folks. Welcome back, and for those that are new, just welcome. Doing a quick budgeting video of some pay I received today. Now, I am expecting to receive some additional pay either over the weekend or Monday, and I'll either stick that in holding until next Friday, or I may film another quick video. I'm not sure. Just to start, I've already set aside for my tithe, because I tend to, for some reason, forget that when I'm filming these videos. Okay, now, right now I just have $260 to budget, so I'm going to go ahead and go to October and start going down the list. Right now I'm underfunded by $555.45, so I know I can't cover everything. But let me just start and see how much my living expenses are going to be. I'll go ahead and get that. Alright, those are funded. Now, let's see. There's 170. This is my just for fun category. Let me go ahead and hit my true expenses. And that's going to cover my true expenses. And for now, I'm going to wait until next week's paycheck to hit these. Right now, I'm going to go back to October. Now, I started, I don't know if I'm going to continue to do this or not, but I started a 52 weeks saving challenge. Somebody else was doing it, and they thought it's a good idea for me to start doing it with them. I'm just going to try it. If it seems stupid and seems like it's too much to manage, I'll probably quit and just move whatever I have into my emergency fund. So this is my first week of starting, so I'm going to start with $1. And I guess next week I go to $2. I'm not sure exactly. I believe I just keep adding $1 a week. I don't think it's doubling every week, but I think it's just adding $1 every week. I've got it set up in Undebit to make sure I stay on track. That leaves $26.95. I just want to come back up and go ahead and bump up my groceries. I spent quite a bit on groceries last week, but I did stock up on my beloved Coke Zero. I mean, I bought a lot of Coke Zeros on sale, and as a matter of fact, the reason I'm adding more into groceries is I'm going to be going back to Kroger. They actually have an even better sale and getting more Coke Zero. I just, I drink a lot of Coke Zero, and it's, it's expensive. It's expensive to buy it in single bottles. It's even more expensive to go to Walmart and buy it. And just when I catch it on sale, I stock up. Now, all of that $90 was not Coke Zero. About $26 was at $25 was at Kroger, and that was Coke Zero. And I got some Sprites for my stepdad and some Diet Coke for my mother. The rest was just some grocery shopping at Walmart. That was picked up a few things for my mother and picked up the stuff for my packing my lunch. And that's pretty much it. Now, I wanted to, since my video was so short, I was going to do talk about how I've worked with a new way I've started working with my money that in my wallet, and I also have a lockbox at home that I stick money into. And what I do is the money that's in my wallet. Now, this money is in my wallet just because it's literally in my wallet. I'm either going to go put it in the bank, or I'll put it in my lockbox at home. And then when I do that, I'll make the appropriate transfer. I don't spend a lot of cash at all. Now, like last week, I had like $48 in my wallet that had been in there for, a long time, and I just went ahead and spent it all, just because I was doing a couple little videos on my phone that I'm going to include to show you how I'm handling the cash. Now, like I said, the way I handle it is the money in my wallet. And I'm not doing it right now because, like I said, that money's going to have to go in the bank or go in my lockbox. The money in my wallet does not go into my budget. It now goes into cash holding. And normally, like if I just pulled a little money out of ATM, just have, I'm sticking in cash holding. Money in my lockbox is on budget money. And that's what this is going to be. It's just, I don't really feel like going by the bank, so I don't go by the bank. I'll stick it in my lockbox at home, and it's still budgeted money. It'll actually be money for my October rent. But like I said, no, what I'll do is when I get home, I'll stick it in the lockbox. Or if I do decide to go to the bank, I'll just transfer it to my bank. Either way, it's the same. It's on budget money. But money that I have in my wallet, I do not budget that money. I just stick it in cash holding. And then what I'll do is I'll put those demo videos in real quick to show you how I handle the money in my wallet, the two different ways I do it. And now it's probably overkill, but I like to track my spending. And now I don't, money that's in my wallet, I don't do it to the exact cent. I round up, but I like to track my spending. But I just don't want to depend on this money being in my budget. And I'll explain a little bit more about that after I go through the demo. So, yeah, just real quick, I'll have those two little videos inserted. I'm just going to do a quick demo video on how I'm now handling cash in my wallet. Like I said, this is probably anal. I mean, there's no, but I don't want the money in my wallet to be in my budget, but I do want a budget line for it, and I want to account for the money I spend. I want to track what I spend. Now, I've set up a new lockbox account. I already had a wallet account. Just to explain, the lockbox account is on budget cash. I just literally have a lockbox that I keep my firearm in, and I keep my checkbooks in, and I keep my credit cards and debit cards that I'm not using in. But I have my wallet account, and the money that's in my wallet account goes in this cash holding category, and it sits there. It's basically in my budget, but it's not budgeted. Now, what I do with this is I track the spending rounded to $1. And like I said, this video is just me scrolling up and down. I'm sorry if it's making you dizzy. It's also not timed. I literally just did screen record while I was doing some transactions, and I went all over the place. This first example is I went by Taco Bell, and I ordered, it was like $7.51, but of course I rounded it up to $8. Now what I do in this situation is, the reason I do this is I'm wanting to track my fast food spending. Okay, and I spend it out of my wallet account. But it comes from the fast food category. Now what I do is I enter the transaction. I do it from wallet to the category fast food. And I think I literally just did this note just because I knew I was recording this. I would never actually make a note of that for any reason. I don't know why I did it. I think I was just being goofy. But anyway, I enter the transaction. Now what happens is $8 gets deducted from fast food, and that's money that's in my bank. But I spent the money out of my wallet. So what I then do is I don't want to put that money back into fast food. All I do is I either move that $8 from cash holding to be budgeted, or I will move it down to this bank holding category until I just decide what to do with it. And like I say, it's just taking, just without having to put too much effort into it, I'm taking that $8 that's still sitting in my bank, and I'm repurposing it, reallocating it. Like I say, I throw it in to be budgeted and go budget it in something else, or I just throw it in bank holding until I have time to think about what I want to do with that money. That's pretty much it. Okay, and I'll move on to the next demo. Okay, in the second demo here, what I'm doing is basically the same thing, but I'm actually just putting the cash, or putting the money right back into the budget line. I went to Kroger and I spent like $26. Yeah, it was $26. I mean, this is just rounded up. As a matter of fact, I actually had them rounded up. I spent $25 on Coke Zero and Sprite and Diet Coke. And so $25 is going to come out of grocery. And I'm splitting the transaction to snacks only because I'm actually really trying to track how much I spend on snacks, so I can shame myself at the end of the month for being a fat body and eating snacks. I bought a pack of M&Ms. It was an impulse buy while I was standing in line. I hate when I do that. I did it anyway, but now I've got proof so I can see at the month that I did something, at the end of the month, that I did something stupid. Anyway, I do the transaction, but I'm going to be going and doing some more shopping at Walmart. So what I actually want to do is I want to take the $26 that's still sitting in the bank, and this time I'm going to reallocate it back to groceries, so that I'm basically just extending my grocery budget. Now, what I could have done beforehand is taking the money out of cash holding, put it in groceries before I went in shopping. But the thing about it is I didn't know how much money I was going to spend, so this way I'm just doing it afterwards. Anyway, that's just how I'm handling my wallet now. It may be stupid, but I am taking the suggested methods by Nick and the YNAB channel of having a wallet account, maybe having a cash category, and but I'm just taking it one step further in keeping that money separate, because the reason that I keep it separate is I don't know what I'm going to do with that cash, and I don't want to already have a job. You know, that cash is my wallet usually for tipping when I go out to eat, or if I go somewhere and I need to pay parking, which happens so very rarely that I don't have a parking category. But I want to be able to track that spending, and everything. And you got to keep a little cash on, even though I don't have any extra cash in my wallet right now. I spent all my cash last weekend when I went grocery shopping. But anyway, that's how I'm handling my cash now, and that's it on that subject. I wanted to touch on debt just really quickly. I'm actually about to film another video that's strictly, I'm going to do my debt story, mainly because I mentioned in my video probably a couple weeks ago that I was looking to chase down an old debt and get it back and pay it off. And I'll talk more about why I did that in the next video. But one thing about debt, and I'm wondering if anybody else is struggling with this, I just have a really hard time having these reds numbers over here. I normally pay off, this is my Chase Freedom Unlimited. I use it as a debit card. I pay it off sometimes 1 to 2 times a week because I use it as a debit card for fraud purposes. I just can't sit there and let it sit and add up for a month and then pay it. It just, I guess it's because of just, it's not too long ago I finished paying off credit card debt. And right now I don't have any personal consumer debt other than it's a strange loan. I'll explain it in my next video also. A credit builder loan. But I don't have any consumer debt. I paid cash for my vehicle. I paid off my credit cards. I do have a business loan, and I'll touch on that in the debt video too. But I'm really struggling. I already have all of my credit cards that can be set up with auto pay. Set up on auto pay to where it's supposed to, pay at least the minimum balance, so that I make sure I'm never late. I've been doing that for years, so I'm never late. But like I say, right now I'm trying to let, like, this Visa, this is my Dell account. The only thing I have going on it is a extended warranty charge, and then I rotate I'll rotate my iTunes through a bunch of different cards, so that, like, if I buy an app, or I've got a monthly iCloud storage, so that there's a little bit of spend on these cards, but I usually pay it off like right away. And I was reading on some credit forums, and it may be a myth, that you want to show a little bit of utilization on your cards and on your credit report. So I'm struggling to let these balances sit there until the statement comes, and then continue to sit there until it auto pays. Now I'm going to at least let it sit there until the statement comes. I'm trying to show a little bit of utilization. Right now, my utilization is like 0.01% because I pay everything off now every month. I don't spend money I don't have. If it's not in my bank right now, I don't spend it. Now, I'm not saying that won't ever happen. I may get in trouble and have to put something on a credit card because I don't have a real big emergency fund yet. But I was just wondering if anybody else struggles with letting their cards sit there having a balance until the statement comes out, and letting it show it on the statement, and then wait until the due date. I don't know why I'm struggling with that now, why I have to constantly pay these off. Like I say, maybe it's just a psychological thing from paying off my credit card debt. Now, on my credit card debt, I got debt-free with that before I started YNAB. I was actually doing the sort of the Dave Ramsey baby steps. I did the debt snowball, and I did have, the $1,000 emergency fund. What I've done is I took my emergency fund And instead of just sitting in a general emergency fund, which I'm starting a general emergency fund again, I took that emergency fund and I put it into car repair, basically. And I've got, right now I've got just a general car repair fund set aside of $1,000. And I've already got set aside for new brakes. I don't know when I'm going to need the new brakes, but I knew that within the year I was going to need brakes. And then, of course, like I said, I'm setting aside for my tires. Right now, my tires would roughly cost, they're size 18 tires. They roughly cost around, I think, $137 mounted and balanced the last time I bought them. And, I'm just estimating $150 each tire, just in case. That's mounted and balanced. And I'm working towards that goal. And like I said, right now, I had put a little extra in my emergency fund, but I don't consider this untouchable until the month rolls over. And just anything I budget to it in the month, if I need to take it to reallocate, which I did, then I do that. But anyway, like I say, I got consumer debt free before YNAB, and I'm just sitting here thinking how much easier it would have been with YNAB. Why did I not find this a year or 2 years ago? Why didn't somebody tell me about this software? It just makes life so easy. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Like I say, I'm going to be doing my debt story. That'll be my next video, just a one-off video. And then I'm expecting some more income in the next few days, sometimes between now and Monday. And I don't know if I'm going to shoot a one-off video just for that, or if I'll just let it sit there and holding until next Friday, which the beauty of YNAB and me being almost a month ahead is that I can let that sit there. Well, anyway, thank you for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, and if you haven't tried YNAB, I do have my referral link in the description. I don't get any money from it, but if you do sign up for the free trial and then you end up subscribing, I do get a free month. And it's always great to have a free month of something. Well, I will see you next time, and have a good day.